What's up, friends? It's your girl Khela here with my February plan with me. So I know I'm a little late, but you know, what's new? I thought I filmed an intro for this, but I guess I didn't, and now you're just gonna have to deal with my a voiceover, I guess, for this intro. So before I, head in and start describing to you guys what I'm doing, I just want to say that. For this month, I definitely want to focus on self-love and self-acceptance. I know February is the month of, Valentine's and, showing how much you love your significant other or people that you care in your life, I guess. That's how I celebrate Valentine's anyway. But I'm very indifferent with Valentine's. Like I'm not anti-Valentine's. I personally love the aesthetic of Valentine's, but yeah, I'm not anti-Valentine's. I know a lot of people are. I understand that, it doesn't have to take a day out of the year to show that you love and care for somebody, but I think it's just great. I like the fact that people just go all out and yeah, I don't know. I'm like, honestly, like, I know a lot of people feel very strongly about it, but anyway, I wanted to start off this month with a photo of me and my boyfriend, a picture that he actually gave to me for Christmas of us in Italy. Just thought it would be a good way to kind of start off the month because it is, very suiting for the theme. But after that, obviously want to focus on the main theme, which is self-love and self-acceptance. I think it's very important to learn how to love yourself while you're in the journey of loving others or learning how to love other people. I think learning how to love yourself is an important aspect to kind of, I guess, developing your relationships with other people. That's how I feel about it. I know a lot of people would probably disagree with me, but that's just how I feel. It could be different for a lot of people. But yeah, anyway, for February, I decided to do like a very simple cover. You're gonna see a lot of this craft paper and these washi tapes to be reoccurring materials for this month. And yeah. So I'm just gonna do my monthly, I still don't know what to call this. This is a month at a glance, my monthly spread. Yeah, I guess this is my monthly spread. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start setting up my monthly spread. I'm using the same really cool Pilot Gold marker. I just love the way it writes. It's so opaque. It just adds like an oomph and it's like very shiny. I use it a lot in January and I figured I should bring it back for February. And yeah, I've been really liking it. And as you can see, I brought back that same burgundy washi tape that I got from Muji as a kind of banner on the top where I'm gonna write out the days of the month. So as you can see, I messed up again with the amount of boxes that are supposed to be in for the days of the month. And yeah, so I just decided to white it out. And then I'm just taking my white Pilot gel pen and writing over the red washi tape. I think it's really cool. It's like a very nice contrast. I really like this pen. It's great. It's nice and opaque, but I do have to run it through a couple times to get it to be to flow, I guess, out of the pen properly, because it tends to kind of be, I don't know, not as consistent. I guess because my pen is old, so yeah. Again, bringing back that washi tape, not washi tape, that craft paper. I always do like a to-do section for my spreads, for my monthly spreads, because it's kind of like different in terms of like goals. Like it's really more so like just errands that needs to get done for the month, like doctor appointments that needs to get scheduled, or just things that are outside of like academics and they're more like personal and like tedious, I guess. Who wants to do errands? So as you just saw, I took my red Zig brushable pen or marker and I just wrote February in the bottom right there. I wish I wrote it a little nicer, but felt like I was a little pressed for space. Yeah, so, and then I'm just taking that white gel pen again and writing over the craft paper. Again, I just really like contrasting colors and contrasting textures, and that's where kind of like the, the dark washi tape and the craft paper kind of works very well with the white gel pen. Just taking that Zig brushable and I'm doing drop shadows on each of the box for each day of the month. I think it looks really nice, kind of makes that gold pop. And yeah, I've been really liking it. I am actually starting to prefer the Zig brushables over my Tombows because they actually just flow a lot better and the tips don't fray as much, which I've been really enjoying that. Taking those the washi tapes that I used in the front of the the front of the month, or I guess I don't know, the cover page, and I'm just gonna put it over any of the white spaces. I think it's really nice to cover up my mistakes, I guess. And yeah. And so I am just writing a quote in that section right there, and it's actually it says, "No one is you, and that is your superpower." I think it's very suiting for the theme that we're going for this month, especially when you're trying to, you're on the journey of self-love and self-acceptance, and you just gotta accept the fact that you're a very unique person, and that's something that you should be proud of, and that's something that sets you apart from everybody else. And so yeah, I just decided to put that there. And so for this next section right here, I'm actually gonna do a shit that I love about myself section, excuse my language, but I drew this cute little illustration of myself, again, very vain. If you haven't watched my other bullet journal videos, you know that I like to draw myself and I get inspiration from myself. So, in tribute to the theme of this month, I wanted to devote a section in my bullet journal where I can write things about I love myself through the month, and I put little speech bubbles using that gold marker Fineliner pen, and yeah, I'm really excited to fill this up. I think it's really cute, and I think it's a very unique way to celebrate this month. So yeah. So this is going to be my tracker page, bringing in the same kind of color themes as well. And I figured I could condense all my trackers into this page because last month I dedicated 2 pages for my trackers and actually kind of worked out. Now it's going to be nice and convenient to just be looking at one page. This page is going to be housing my habit trackers, my meal prep tracker, and my no spend tracker. And yeah, it's been working out very, very well for me, especially my meal prep and my Are You Eating Healthy tracker. The way I do it is I have sections for each day where I track if I've been eating healthy or not, and then a bigger section on the side that kind of divides the days into weeks, and I can list down like what I'm having for my meals for the week. It's been really nice. It's been holding me accountable in the month of January, so that's why I'm bringing it back. And I'm just doing my no spend tracker right here where I write down the dollar amount and the item that I bought, and then my habit tracker. So this month I'm going to be tracking my workouts, my water consumption, if I'm waking up early, my daily bujo check-in, as well as reading. Last month I tracked meditation and reading, and I found out that I'm not very good at meditating, so I thought reading was just as good. I think it's been very nice. It's a very nice relaxing kind of habit to kind of keep working on. I've been really enjoying it. And so for this next page right here, it's going to be a school related page. So where I live in Canada, February is kind of known as kind of like the test/midterm month. And so I actually have a couple of midterms coming up next week. I take 3 courses. And so this is kind of how I build study guides for my midterms. I do 3 sections. I do an outline section, I do a schedule section, and then a practice practice section. So the outline section is kind of there to kind of write down, you know, the chapters that you need to study, key items that need to be known to, that are going to be like appearing in the test. And then schedule is kind of scheduling, you know, out and breaking down that outline to, you know, times and days where you're going to be dedicating to studying those topics. I think this is a good way to not end up like doing all-nighters and studying the day before the test. And then the practice section is there to kind of list out, you know, what you need to kind of revisit, what you need to restudy and revise, as well as like, you know, practice tests that you need to try out and maybe timing yourself. This is a good section to, I guess, be able to revisit the stuff that you kind of studied before in the schedule section. And yeah, so this is how I do it. I did those sections 3 times for each of my courses, and it's been working out pretty well for me. So let me know if you try out this kind of style of making study guides, and if it works out for you, just yeah, comment below. Or if you do something similar, let me know. You know, just let me know. You know, we all share in the students' suffering, so yeah. And then I am just doing some drop shadows because it, you know, it just adds a little pizzazz to the page. And I'm actually doing kind of like a gradient where the shadows gradually get darker as we go down through each section, and that's been really nice. Okay, so for this next page right here, this is gonna be my weekly page, and I really wanted to go all out for my first weekly page for February, and so I busted out my watercolors. One thing that I've really been enjoying is like 1-page weekly pages. I've been really liking it. I really enjoy just like being able to like look at just 1 page and see what my week is gonna look like. And so that's why I'm doing kind of just like a 1-pager for this week. I'm doing each day as like a circle. I've been really like in love with like the pastel-y washed out colors that, you know, watercolors kind of bring. And if you're curious where I get my watercolors, I actually got it from like the dollar store, and the brush pen is like $4 at the Curry's art store that I got in Toronto, and it's been really nice. So yeah, I just decided to do circles, and then what I did was I took my markers. Reoccurring colors that you're probably going to see are like oranges, golds, and dark burgundy reds, and I'm just doing kind of like a like lining or borders of like flowers around the circles. I think this is really nice. The theme that I'm kind of going through here is still kind of like a metaphorical version of like self-acceptance and self-growth. I think, you know, a good metaphor of self-growth is kind of like flowers and plants blooming, and so that's kind of what I wanted to bring to this page. And yeah, I really like it. Oh my god, I am so proud of the way this turned out, and it was so simple, you know, like I just had cheap watercolors, and you know, and just took my markers and just went crazy. And like, it's not even like a very difficult design to do, because it's just overlaying like, you know, leaf designs and flower petals and dots of varying sizes, and it just turns out like this, and I think it's really pretty. I also decided to color in this white space with like a very light pastel pink Zig brushable pen, and in that middle, that kind of white space in the middle, I left that blank for a purpose, because I wanted to write down a quote there. And the quote that I decided to go with, you know, the flower theme is, "I believe in you, words that water flowers." Okay, and so I've pretty much finished my setup for February. I did go all out for my first weekly spread. I did keep it to a 1-pager because I've been really enjoying that, as I've mentioned before. And so I did little circles here, and I used watercolor and just, you know, different markers. I used my Zig Brushables and my Tombows. It just kind of went all out with this kind of like flower theme, because I believe, you know, I don't know if I'm going to mention this in my voiceover, but I believe, I guess, like self-love and growth, you can kind of you know, it's kind of akin to like a flower blooming or plants regrowing. So, you know, growing is like a process, and so that's why I went with this theme. And then we have my midterm study guide right here. I divided into 3 parts, so it's nice and easy for each course. Here are my trackers and my little doodle. Of course, I just want to fill this up with, you know, all the good things that I want to say about myself, because I feel like, you know, if we're going with the theme of self-love and self-appreciation, it's going to be nice to have this little spread to fill up over the course of the month. And my trackers are right here. I don't know why I'm talking. I'm going to do a voiceover, but I just figured it'll be nice to talk about my spreads. Here is the full overview of the monthly, month at a glance, or is it the monthly spread? But yeah, kind of went all out with that red theme, and we are just gonna take one last peek onto the cover page of the month. Very simple, very kind of, you don't really see what's gonna happen once you open the page, but I think it still goes with the theme with the craft paper and the maroon reddish washi tape and my photo with my boyfriend. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this setup for February. I hope you guys liked it. I hope this wasn't too late, and if you got inspired by any of the pages that I did for today's or for this month's spread rather, yeah, just, you know, let me know, show it to me, link me to your Instagram, mention me. You can follow me on my Instagram at Khela Ariana, and I also have like a dedicated bujo Instagram, but I don't really post as much there. So either way, they'll be linked in the description, and then they'll be somewhere in the screen. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have, you know, a good February month. I know a lot of people are very anti-Valentine's. I'm kind of indifferent, but I do really just want to take that kind of Valentine's aesthetic, but also bring focus to self-love and self-acceptance, and just really kind of vibing with yourself and falling in love with yourself. I think that's the theme that I want to, you know, really want to go with for this month. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, honestly, I really want to see if you guys do any recreations, and if you are curious with, you know, any other kind of themes that I'm going to be working with in the next following months, leave a comment below. And yeah, just let me know. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and peace out. Bye.